Hello, welcome everyone. How are you all doing today? Winks. I see you. Girl and gaze. Nice to meet you. I don't know, made it up. I love it. I love it. How is everyone doing today? Today is a very special day. Do you know why, friends? Not because I'm using this very shitty 720p camera and my hand is barely able to be caught in the stream moving. Because it's D&D Day. That's why. It's so great. Also, Winks, a happy early birthday. Tomorrow's your birthday, and look, I got it right this time. So everyone, happy early birthday to Winks.
Happy early birthday, Winks. I hope you have a great birthday weekend.
But I think it's time for a recap. Don't you all think so? I mean, it has been 2 weeks now. It's been 3 weeks. We weren't able to do D&D last week. It was so unfortunate. The power went out for like 4 days. It was pretty bad, not gonna lie.
It's so bad.
I don't know how people survive without internet. It baffles me. But what happened 3 weeks ago? From what I recall, after saving the day from the Katao, bringing home a pile of bodies and one injured child, one girl, on the way back to Fairyvale, they all saw an undead dragon flying above them. Taraka not realizing it was undead at first, and hearing Jiann say castle, realizing that was Jiann's wife, Dimension doored both of them up there, where they... Welcome, Jiann. Thanks for the hydrate.
Welcome, John. Thank you for the hydrate.
But yes, they went on top of the undead dragon, where Jiann got the confirmation that he very much so did not want. That his wife is anything but alive. From the cold, hard scales, to the holes in the wings, and the wretched scent that filled their noses. They knew that they had to leave this dragon's back immediately. Going back to the ground, they took a moment to capture what happened and let it sink in as they met up with Chad, who was carrying the young girl. They went back to grab the rest of the bodies in Jade and to make their way back to Fairyvale to complete their quest, only for in the morning to head out northeast where they saw the dragon headed, leaving Chad behind to prepare for the festival that he was setting up. He is getting ready for his campaign, and the first step is creating an event to show the town that he means business. So while he did that, the three of you made your way northeast in the direction that the dragon headed. Funny enough, you ran into an old friend, Ezekiel. What was he doing on this road? Why was he following the dragon? He says that he's looking for Nick. He just wants him to be okay, but although Taraka has her hesitations, she can't decipher if he's telling the truth or not. Jiann, however, was able to sniff it out a mile away with his roll. Good on Jiann, rolling high enough to sniff out something fishy. They still travel with him, even with their hesitations, as they make their way towards Jiann's home. They also had a treasure map, though. Right below Jiann's home was a small settlement that he had been watching grow for the past couple years. A settlement of orcs and dwarves. A small little mining town. To what you thought was titanium was actually adamantite that they were mining. Forging weapons there. Something strong, something fierce. Something that the rock golems were using for their hearts. You hoped this small town take out a horde of rock golems. That way they can expand and branch off to continue their mines without any fear of danger. In the process, being able to unlocking them as a town and trader, showing them that you're strong enough to hold your own. Thus, they sold their weapons and ammo to you. Most importantly, you were able to capture 20 adamantine arrows, something that Taraka saw in her vision, and Jiann is working towards understanding the words on said arrow in the vision. On top of that, for some reason, after they completed the quest, Ezekiel starts to walk away, head outside of town. You notice that Nick is trying to flee. Taraka had just spoken with Nick and got a little bit of the deep down, the insight, the buzz, the chi, the tea, whatever you want to call it, that Nick is trying to flee Ezekiel and the dragon. As you go up to try and stop Ezekiel and allow Nick to pass by freely, a large undead dragon swoops down right as you get to Nick. You grab Nick and run back to the village as you just got out of a fight yourself. You just took out a horde of rockles. You're barely standing. You barely survived that. Taraka went down, 3 times or so? Jiann down once, or did Jiann go down? Nearly, I know for a fact.
I went down twice, if not 3 times.
Twice, if not 3 times. Did Jiann end up going down? I do not recall.
I'm not sure. I don't think I did. I think I get very close.
I think you're right. I think you got down to single digits health.
I was running like a baby the whole time.
I think you were right in front of one, and it was going to hit you if you didn't take it down when you did.
Look at that. Just barely surviving the fight. No way you can hold your way up to an undead dragon at this time. As it spews this poisonous gas, you run back towards the village. Jiann hastily and creating a teleportation circle while the orcs and dwarves charge out for the battle of their lives. Victory is all they see. You hear the battle cries and the roar of a dragon, and the poisonous fumes slowly start to creep over the fence as you guys teleport away, back to the Strong Manor. To quote Jiann from 3 sessions ago, you blipped into a bed of flowers. Said, fuck this shit, I'm out. And I believe that is where we are today, with 1 day till the festival. Am I correct?
I believe so.
Splendid. Did I miss anything? Jiann, Taraka.
I think you covered it. I can't think of anything at the moment.
I can't think of anything.
Brilliant. Brilliant. So, Jiann, Taraka, after the haste of battle, it goes from adrenaline, heat, smell of noxious gas, loud cries, swords swinging, metal clashing, a silence. Everything is still. Everything stopped. What do you do?
I just flop back like, ugh.
Jade speaks up. Are we safe? We're safe, right? Looks around. I think we're safe. And she hugs Jiann. You did it!
We did it.
He goes down and just looks as though she's hugging the earth. I never thought I'd be happy to be back here. People are mean. What is better than dragons?
I will choose not to take that the wrong way.
I mean, you are a dragon.
I mean, dragons are pretty scary when they're up close and breathing poison at you. No offense.
You know what, Jiann? You're the best dragon I've met.
You're not wrong.
I can't disagree with that either.
Maybe we'll actually get a chance to meet that one properly.
Is she gonna try to kill me? If she's in her right mind?
I mean, don't try to steal her shit and she won't.
I was about to say, Jiann hasn't tried to kill any of us, I think.
Jade looks at Jiann skeptically. You're not gonna kill us, are you?
You haven't provoked me into killing you.
And she starts to poke your arm.
That's only gonna provoke me into poking you back.
I think he's safe.
No, you think? What gave it away? The not breathing poison / fire at us / throwing catapults at us or anything like that?
You know, that was a hint.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big hint.
I don't know about you, but I think I need to change my pants. And she goes inside. You guys go
I don't
inside.
blame her.
I don't blame her. Yeah.
That was quite exhilarating, I gotta say.
So,
Before I go inside, I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna look for Nick, because I did have a hold of him as we were jumping into this.
he is
and I'm just
clenched onto you as tightly as possible. You can feel his heart pumping out of his chest, and you can feel his nails digging into you.
I pat him on the head. Yeah, we're okay now. You can let go.
He's still just shaking, not moving.
I do like you do a cat when it's got a hold of you. I just pull a little bit, and then when he's pulling, I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine.
Still just holding on to you.
Yeah, again, she's gonna try to pull, and when his claws pull at her skin, she's just be like, that's
fine. You know what? That's perfectly okay.
yeah, that's okay. You'll let go when you're ready. Pat, pat, pat.
All right. So I'm assuming the two of you make it inside.
Yeah, I go inside after
Yeah.
that.
Brilliant. You go inside and you smell the smelly smell of something divine. Is that Italian? If whatever Italian is in this world. Pasta? Smells delicious. You see Charles looking up at the stairs confused, as if someone just went up there, and then looks at the two of you. You guys are back. Welcome. You look hurt. What happened?
Just an interesting conversation with my wife.
You found your wife.
That was a conversation? That seemed more like murder.
Well, that's what makes it interesting.
Attempted.
Wait. I'm sorry, what?
So we have good news, bad news, not sure news, and we already knew news.
You're gonna
Which
have
one
to
do
give me
you
more
want
information
first?
than that.
Well, you gotta pick which news you want to hear first.
He just looks at you with a straight face. The new news.
Okay. Well, we found Jiann's wife.
I picked that up.
She tried to kill us.
It looks at
She failed.
Jiann. looks at Jiann. I think you need better taste in women.
I resent
She's
that.
dead. She's dead. I don't think she can help it. She's dead.
You have my deepest condolences.
More undead.
I'm so sorry.
She spit poison on us.
Please, sit down. I'm sure you're starving. Dinner is nearly ready. You can tell me of all the news.
Also, we found Nick. And points to Nick.
That is Nick. And he points a knife towards him. A cooking knife.
Yeah, he's a little attached to me at the moment.
I see. And with Charles pointing the knife at him, he sinks his claws deeper into you.
Can you not do that? I just push the dagger away. He's really attached at the moment.
It's also really
No.
touchy about being stabbed.
I have a way to fix that.
I do too, but I think he's fine for the moment. You can release a little bit.
He released once Charles does lower his dagger and looks at you skeptically. You better know what you're doing. And once he does put the dagger up, then Nick goes back to his normal grasp on you.
He'll let go when he's ready.
Uh-huh.
And I just walk to the dinner table.
Once
while
you sit,
prestidigitating myself. I wanted to take a shower, but I have a Nick.
once you sit down, he lets go of you fully and sits on your lap.
Taraka
He's
thinks
so-
to herself, I've never had a pet before.
He is shaking, trembling.
This must be what it's like to have a pet. Pats him on the head.
When you touch him, he gets off of you and goes and just walks out of the kitchen.
Suggest you stay in here. At the table. With us.
He
And
just-
I am casting mass suggestion, technically.
Mass
but
suggestion.
I don't have regular suggestion. I only have mass suggestion. So I'm casting that, and I'm only targeting Nick.
Uh-huh. Alright. That is... Let's see if he succeeds that. There's a d20. That works. Congratulations. He succeeds. Or, I mean, he fails. So he, you do watch as he transforms back into himself. If I must, I'm not going to be in your lap. And he
I
sits
did
down.
not want that at all, so that's perfect. It's me. We were close enough for a while, and I point to the little teeny tiny scratches on me.
Sorry.
You were scared. It's fine. But sit.
And he does so as he is under suggestion. He's still shaking at the touch. It's visible. Not even gonna make you roll for it. It is invisible.
Jiann, by chance, are you able to do that calm thingy?
Did I do that today?
You did not.
That was yesterday. Well then, yeah.
Okay. He will choose to fail it as he is choosing to trust you guys. And you see him take a deep breath. I'm fine. But thank you.
You're shaking.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright.
Okay, I didn't notice.
Charles comes up with a plate of spaghetti and meatballs and sets it in front of the two of you. Looks at Nick. I suppose I should make another plate. Goes back in. I also expect some answers from all of you.
I pass my plate to Nick. You need to eat.
He looks at it for a moment and slowly grabs a fork. You watch as he puts a single piece of food in his mouth, slowly. But after he tastes it, his movements get a little bit faster and faster. It seems as though he hasn't eaten in days as he just demolishes this food.
She had a feeling.
Charles comes back with another plate. Well, this one was for him.
Well, dang, looks like someone's actually gonna beat me finished.
I know, for once. Charles puts this plate of spaghetti in front of Nick as well. I'll get you another plate, Taraka. And Charles goes back into the kitchen, grabs another plate for you and himself, and sits down. What? I saw that roll.
I was seeing if Taraka would just slide the plate toward her because she's hungry too. She missed this cooking.
She missed his cooking.
But I got it at 18. I feel like she's picking up what he's putting down.
Alright. I'm glad. Well, yes, so he sits down and looks at Nick. So, what is your full name? He looks at Charles. He goes to open his mouth, and he looks mildly annoyed. Nicole Green. Interesting, Charles says. What
He prefers
are...
Nick, though.
Of course, Nick. What are you doing here? Still looking relatively annoyed. Well, it's either here or death. Okay, Charles replies. But why were you running? Or what were you doing before they found you? Obviously I was hiding, Nick says. Why else would I be up there? Why else would I be on the material? What were you hiding from?
Yeah, I think Charles is asking why you were hiding. You seem to be, before, in league with, well, the people who are now hunting you. Why did alliances change?
You see him grab the pendant of... Oh my lord, did I forget? I did not forget. Not that tab. The pendant of the god of fear. I've said this a couple times, and I always forget. I'm just going to say the god of fear, because I don't feel like taking the time to look it up. And just diverting from stream. But, yes, so he grabs the pendant of fear. Some things shouldn't change. I was finally able to break free. trying to escape her grasp. He looks down at his plate. Who is her? Nick looks at Charles. Lucy. Well, that's not surprising. What is she planning? Nick stops and looks uncomfortable for a moment before looking at all of you.
It's okay. We just want to stop whatever she's planning and get our families back.
He wants unity. He wants to be in control. You took his power. It's what fully broke me. What allowed me to fully run away. It started when I got hurt, and you see him grab his leg. That's when I was able to start to regain myself, and the contract was broken, but not fully, but I could see what I was doing. Then when she killed him, I was brought back. He thought that she took everything he had. She could take me too. She could control me. She wanted my soul. He wants to use me for power. So I ran. The moment I was able to see, move, and feel again, I ran. I couldn't stay. I thought I could trust Ezekiel. I met him once. Thought he would understand. He couldn't even look at me. He tried to capture me too. So when I saw him on the road, I had to just keep moving. I couldn't stop. I couldn't let him get close again.
I hug him.
He flinches.
Little tears in my eyes. Well, we won't let that happen.
Charles looks like he's processing this. Do you guys have any questions for him?
Not at the moment. I think Taraka would see that he's very shaken up, and as much as she wants to question him about, where Huli is and how to get to them and things like that, I think she realizes he needs a bit.
He is just looking at his empty plate. His 2 empty plates. And as you hug him, he does flinch. But you feel him continue to shake and tears start to fall down his face.
It's okay.
Carl
You're
speaks.
safe now. You can let it out.
Carl speaks up. We don't have too much more room here, but for the time being, until we figure out what's going on, you are welcome to stay. Just know this is not the last question we have for you. Of course. And wait here a moment. He gets up and walks out of the dining room. He's
Don't
gone
think
for
there's
about
any
5
rooms left, Nick, so you're welcome to the couch. I don't mind sleeping on the floor outside or something.
He just doesn't reply, just looking down at his plate.
Nick, you may also use my den. I might sleep on the roof.
Thank you both. And Jiann looks at, Nick looks at Jiann. I'm sorry, you two.
We're in the same boat, so you don't need to worry about that.
Yeah. You, sounds like you were forced to do things that you wouldn't have chosen to do.
The common thread here is we were all foisted into this. None of us chose this.
I thought I would be happy when the contract would break. But I'm only in more fear for my life.
This mess, this whole manipulation scheme. I mean, I didn't even sign a contract and we're still in the same boat. I refused the contract problem. They do what they want. You shouldn't feel down about yourself for what you did in the moment, because they probably made you feel that way.
They said I'd be able to spend the rest of my life with Ezekiel. He promised that if I just signed there, I would be happy for the rest of my days. I loved him. Would have done anything for him.
He squeezes Nick tighter.
I
I understand. I'm sorry.
About then, Charles comes back. Do me a favor, Nick. Wear this, and he hands Nick a bracelet. He looks at it. What is it? Put it on and then I'll tell you. Nick looks a little scared and looks at the two of you.
Pass message to Charles. What is it?
He points his finger at you. Oh, it's just a bracelet to make it to where he can't use any magic.
I would like to roll insight on what Nick has said to see how I feel about it.
Okay, so you're trying to see if he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna see how much I
Also-
trust what he's saying.
Both of you roll me Arcana as well.
Alright. I don't think
18?
he passes the sniff test.
18.
That's a 9 for the insight. And a natural 1 for the Arcana. I am rolling great tonight.
I see that, yes. So you think everything, you're taking everything in as you receive it. And
Yeah.
Jiann, for your 18, you can feel the magical energy that Charles infused into his cooking. You know that this is not uncommon for Charles to do, as prior he had done calm emotions into his cooking. You could assume from with your 18, this magical energy feels very similar to the magical energy that was initially put on you in the Fey Courts. You recognize it as Zone of Truth put into the meal of spaghetti.
Fucking genius.
Fucking genius. I know, right?
Culinary magic.
Cool. That is literally what Charles is. He is a sorcerer that
He's a food mage.
Yeah, he's a food
Culinary-mancer.
It's fucking great. No wonder his food is always so good. It has magic in it.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
It's cool as hell.
Facts. But what do you guys wish to? Yeah. So Taraka, what do you do with that knowledge? Nick is currently looking at both Taraka and Jiann simultaneously with a worried look in his face, with the bracelet in his hand.
With her role, she's not sure. She's still not sure she could trust it. But she also is still scared of Charles. It's a tough one.
After a moment, Nick speaks
She'll
up.
cast message to Charles one more time. Are you the only one that can take that off of him if the need arises?
I can allow granters. What were you gonna say, Jiann?
Oh, it's just reflecting on Charles. No more fear.
No more fear.
Just respect.
Just pure respect.
Like, yeah, he probably still could absolutely kill me, but I don't think he will. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Hey, you wouldn't notice it until you ate something. A paralyzed person in your food. Hold person in your food.
Never eat anything from Charles again if we get on his bad side.
I love it.
That's terrifying.
And best part is, since it takes him 30 minutes to cook a meal, at least 10 minutes to prepare the meal, it counts as a ritual cast.
That's cool.
Ingenious.
Spell components are like the recipe ingredient.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Need one turnip, at least one copper piece worth.
I made a new subclass of mage. Let's fucking go.
That sounds awesome.
That is pretty cool. You might want to flesh that out.
I will. I have Charles, but it's like an old version of Charles I made a long time ago. It's not even a sorcerer. It's a rogue, and then I ended up having him cast spells and focus on spells and never do anything stealthy. So he's a culinary sorcerer. It fits in with his background anyway.
There you go. I will message Charles one more time, and I will ask him to please make Jiann and myself able to remove the bracelet as needed. That way, if the shit hits the fan, we can at least let Nick be able to help us out or protect himself if we deem it necessary.
He squints his eyes at you.
She then gets a shiver up her spine and adds, if you want to, and you don't mind, that would be nice.
Love it. He goes to take the bracelet back from Nick. Says out loud, "Fine. I'll need a few more minutes for these additions." And Nick looks concerned as he continues to look at the two of you. Do you care to fill me in? As Charles walks off.
It's a precaution. Nothing bad, but I asked him to make some changes to the bracelet that would be a little, well, less inconvenient.
What does it do? Taraka?
Cast message to Jiann. So that's an anti-magic bracelet. I don't know if we can tell him. He'll probably freak out. Should we tell him? Should we tell him the truth? I don't know. I don't know I don't know how to feel. What do I do?
You are
Jiann, help.
absolutely lucky. I just realized something.
What's that?
He was about to get up and try to run. He's currently
Yeah.
under suggestion.
He is currently under suggestion.
So you see him. Taraka, let me go.
No.
Taraka,
No.
I need to get out of here.
No, you don't.
I'm not safe here.
You are safe here.
You're safer here than out there.
Nick, you are absolutely safe. I promise.
You see, it's been about 5 minutes now, so... how long does calm emotions last?
Is it 10 minutes or?
5 to 10 minutes.
Hold on.
I thought it was 1, but hold.
I forget as well. How dare I? And I am the DM.
Yeah, it is 1 minute.
Oh, then yeah, it's over. Brilliant. So yeah, you see him start to panic again, almost look like he's on the verge of an anxiety attack. I can't hear you, Rainbow.
Nick,
Nick,
You're
it's
not going
okay.
to be hurt.
Just breathe.
He looks scared as he sits in his chair. And
if we were going to hurt you, it would have already happened by now. We're not planning on hurting you.
What he said.
he goes silent as he just sits there, shaking. Charles comes
You
back.
gotta understand you're okay now.
So, are you ready for your bracelet? No. Still knew the zone of truth. Can't lie.
Just looks at Nick, feeling a little bad. All it's gonna do is it will make it to where you can't cast magic on us. And I asked Charles to make it so that Jiann and I can also remove it. That way, if something happens, Jiann or I or Charles can all take it off of you so that you can cast spells.
But that's honestly fine. Can't cast anyway.
Wait. Why not? Wait, how can you not cast spells? I just saw you turn into a fox. That's polymorph.
No, it's
Now that
Kitsune
didn't look like
ability.
polymorph to me.
It's as a kitsune. What's
I
your...
get it. You're a werefox. It's okay. It's okay.
No,
I
it's
understand. Just takes his hand. I understand.
whatever. when she killed Beelzebub and the contract broke, my patron died. I was a cleric of his. He's not here to give me his power anymore.
Oh.
Oh.
This is the most I can do. And he holds out his hand, and a small little prestidigitation image of Lucy appears in his hand. Actually, no, it would be Ezekiel appears in his hand.
Oh. That stinks.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I want to roll insight to see if I believe that. I want to see if he's lying.
Alrighty.
I can't tell.
You can't tell.
Isn't he still in Zone of Truth?
That's a 10.
How long
Yeah,
does that
so-
last?
The Zone of Truth lasts for 1 hour.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know if he was lying to begin with. I don't know the food is zone of truth. I'm just going off of my gut. So you tell me, with a 10, do I believe it to be true, or?
You're taking everything he says as how you take it.
So I'm like, not 100%, but being part warlock myself, I do know that is a thing that can happen.
Oh, I'm sorry to say, but I'm not going to be fighting anyone anytime soon.
Well, don't be silly. I don't have my original form, and I made it work. I'm sure you could, too.
That's a fair point.
Thanks.
You are what's capable, not your body, not your form. It's all in you. Just
Unless
stick
you
with
make
us,
a
you'll
deal,
get it.
unless you make a deal with somebody else. The Traveler's always looking for more followers.
I'm not making any more deals anytime soon.
Well, see, that's the beauty. All the Traveler asks is that you do something creative. Songs, painting, drawing, anything like that. It'll make him happy, and it's fun, too.
Jiann will rub his temples.
We also have donuts.
I wonder if a pamphlet would work better.
Gotta love a pan flute. But if it'll make you feel better, I'll wear the bracelet. And he reaches out for it. Charles does give it to him still.
Better safe than sorry.
And he puts it on. Can I get up now? I would like to use the restroom.
Sure, I'll show you where it is. She stands up and just grabs his wrist and starts walking.
Do you let up the spell? Suggestion spell?
I mean, I do, but I specifically
Okay.
grab his wrist before I do.
Okay. I was gonna say, because if you didn't, then you're just gonna be dragging the chair. Because you
No,
can't get up.
I
Uses
grab his
specific-
wrist. I grab his wrist, release the spell, and
Okay.
let him get up and start walking.
You don't just want to drag a sedated Nick across the house?
No. That sounds hilarious, but no.
Brilliant. So you take him to the restroom, and he goes in.
Is there a window inside the restroom?
The upstairs, yes. The downstairs, no. Jade is currently in the upstairs restroom.
Okay, so I take him to the downstairs one.
Yeah. Alrighty. He's gonna be in there for a hot minute. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. He has been on the run for a week now.
That's perfectly fine. I'm gonna be watching that bathroom door like a hawk and keeping my ears open to make sure he doesn't try to run.
Makes sense. Roll me perception. Hearing.
I had a runaway dice.
A runaway dice? How dare you?
Yep. Alright. The other one's better. It's 19.
19. With a 19, after a few minutes, you hear the shower turn on, but you still hear him sobbing in the shower. The shower stays on for a long time. After Jiann, would you like to do anything while she's doing this?
I think I'll finally get washed off, I would say.
Alright, so you're also taking a shower.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone needs a shower.
Run out of hot water.
While I'm waiting for Nick to come out of the bathroom, I'm gonna paint on my stone.
Alrighty. Brilliant. By the way, Jiann, throughout your 5 days of travel, I feel as though it is about time for you to get some more words on that arrow. Roll me a d20.
Oh, arrow! That's a 6.
A 6? Congratulations, you beat the lowest DC, which was a 5. Anything below a 5, you got nothing. A 5 to 10.
Is there any plus to add to it?
Give me Arcana.
Oh yeah, well then that's plus 8, so 14.
14, there you go. With a 14, you have learned that the arrow says, the arrow that breaks the magic seal with a piercing strike.
This is written on the arrow, right? It's
correct. Yes, it's
not.
It's almost looks like it's a rune on the arrowhead, but small letters are carved inside of the triangles of the rune.
Okay, take note. Put that in my notebook.
There you go.
Comparing the symbology of the runes to my other rubbings and scribes from the last research session.
There you go.
Breaking the seal.
Yep.
Hey, Kim.
What's up?
So I don't have a spell that would do this, but as kind of like a little fun flavor thing, when I'm painting this stone, can I use a spell slot to try to infuse a spell to it, similarly to how an artificer does? I want to infuse a miniature version of hypnotic pattern or minor illusion, and just be whenever Nick speaks into it, or whoever's holding it speaks a special word into it, I want a little fox to appear and just kind of dance around.
That is literally the level 1 artificer's ability.
Yeah. It's not technically something that is in anything that I'm able to do.
Roll me persuasion.
Alright.
And roll persuade to persuade the DM.
Do I add Taraka's modifier?
Of course.
Oh. Then that's even better. That's a 32.
A 32? Yeah, you can do it. I'll give
Nice. And that's what she's doing. She's painting on that stone. And yeah.
Alrighty. You have painted so many stones, your art is becoming a masterpiece of its own. A true Taraka original. By the time you get done, you didn't realize it, but you spent 30 minutes painting this rock. And you have put so much love and passion into this one stone that when you pick it up, you see a little fox appear. What does the fox look like? Is it silver? Round?
It is. It's silver. It's a spectral silver fox.
Splendid. then yes, a little fox appears on top of the stone.
Just for more flavor, painted on the stone is a silver fox surrounded by cherry blossoms.
Brilliant. Well,
That's pretty.
so Jiann's in the shower. Taraka, about 30 minutes goes
A
by.
loud whistle.
About 30 minutes goes by, and Taraka, roll me persuasion or perception, because you're the only one not in a shower right now.
Is it sight-based?
It would be hearing / smell based.
Alright. I'm glad I have a high perception, because that was a very low roll. As a 12.
A 12. Well,
Yeah,
good
that's
thing
a 12.
it was. You just hit the DC.
That's good.
Congrats. Well, you hear the door open, the front door. You know that Jiann's in the garden catering to the flowers that you guys just trampled over. And then you smell a familiar Chad walk in. You hear him start to go upstairs.
I feel like hearing the door, she would probably jump up and point her paintbrush toward the door, and then the scent would hit her. Still pointing the paintbrush. Oh, hi, Chad.
You hear the footsteps stop as you are around the corner.
And then she'd go back to painting.
He goes back downstairs. Taraka? What are you doing here? And he goes up and hugs you.
Oh,
It's nice seeing you.
You told us we could kind of crash with you when we came back in town.
I didn't know you were back. You didn't call me. I told you to give me a call when you're on your way.
Yeah, about that. It was
Why
kind
do
of,
you look so beat up?
Well, because both showers are in use at the moment.
There's blood on you.
Yeah, I'm waiting on my turn. I missed
It's
that
yeah,
spot.
it's not all mine.
Digitate. And I missed that spot when I pressed digitated. My bad. Side note, new appreciation for your efforts in combat. I'll never say that again.
What happened? Where's Jiann?
I told you, Jiann's in the shower.
Thank God. Okay. I'm guessing Jade's in this one then.
Oh no, Nick's in that one.
What?
She pats the couch.
Sits down.
So, as we were going on the road, we kind of ran into Ezekiel, and Ezekiel said that he was trying to find Nick because he was trying to help Nick, and he was running away from his mom because his mom's kind of a and so we were thinking he might be telling the truth, because he kind of seemed like he was telling the truth, but he didn't exactly pass the sniff test, metaphorically, not an actual sniff test, but so we traveled with him for a few days, and he seemed to be doing okay. He was helping us. He stinks at healing, by the way. He's not a healer. He's about my level of healing, and I can heal a little bit, but just let's just say your contributions are more valuable than I initially thought. But it's neither here nor there. There were some stone golems. We dealt with them. Oh, I got a cool new rapier. And she shows him her rapier. It's made of adamantine. It's really cool. Anyway, we met some orcs and some dwarves, and they gave me that rapier, and we cleared out some more golems for them. And then on the way back from doing that, I found Nick in this little shacky thingy, and I was talking to him, and he was telling me how he ran away, and I was gonna send him here. I was gonna call and tell you that, by the way, but when we got back to the orc village, Jiann's wife tried to kill us. And turns out Ezekiel was lying. He is definitely still working with his mom. And yeah, Nick was happening to be there, and he was trying to kill Nick, and Nick was running, and I grabbed Nick, and I told Jiann to bring us back, and it turns out there are teleports that take more than 2 seconds.
You can teleport in... What? You... Wait. 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 So Nick's in there.
Yeah.
He grabs his scimitar. Good to know.
No, Chad, no. Chad. He's not on their side.
I've heard that before.
No, it's different. It's different.
At least
I think it's different.
This time.
At least I think it's different. He doesn't seem like he's lying, and plus Charles put a no magic bracelet on him, so even if he is lying, there's not.
Charles
really
is okay with him being here.
I would say okay, but Charles seems to kind of think like us. Seems to kind of think he's not lying, or at least he's not tried to kill him. Which is saying something, because, you know, I never tried to hurt any of you, and he tried to kill me. So, you know, I feel like that says something, that he doesn't just immediately try to kill Nick.
So he's right in there, right?
Yeah, Nick's in there.
He starts walking towards the door again.
He's taking a shower. Also, I think he needs a minute. He still sounds like he's crying.
Heard it. Hearing the cries in the shower, he lowers his head and you hear him take a deep sigh as he puts up his scimitar. Sits back down on the couch next to you.
Yeah, I don't think he's lying about things. Especially, weirdly enough, he told Charles his full name, which I have not heard Nick use his full name in 30, 20, ever?
I mean, it's just a name.
Right, don't worry about it.
So, I hope you know the second he bats an eye I don't like, I'm not gonna hesitate.
Well, right now he's defenseless. He doesn't have a weapon on him, correct? I assume we would have. We didn't.
He does not.
As
a fox, he was actually completely naked. But he's a fox, so he's covered in fur.
I mean, yes, but in his kitsune form.
Still completely naked.
Oh. Not even disguising the nakedness?
He has no magic.
That's a kitsune ability.
Oh, it is. Okay, then yeah, it would have looked like he had clothes on.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no weapons, which is the main
thing. But no
thing.
weapons, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so, and besides, he doesn't have any weapons. The only weapons he has are his teeth, and he's a little dainty for using those.
Alright. Kill him. Yeah.
At least give him a chance first.
Chad has never killed anyone before.
Yeah, he hasn't. And besides that, when have you ever killed anybody?
Don't worry about it.
Are you okay? Did something happen?
I'm just a little concerned of the former master deception artist in the bathroom.
I think the master deception artist got deceived himself.
That's to be seen. But are you okay? look hurt. And he casts Cure Wounds on you. You receive... And Jiann, you can get out of the bathroom whenever you want.
He's just taking a long shower. No, I'll get out of the shower.
Jiann is also crying in the shower.
I believe it. You get 20 HP
He's
back.
separately crying in the shower. Just a lot of sobbing and shower.
And yes, Winks, very much teeth and claws.
Wow. But yeah, you get 20 HP back.
Nice.
I know.
Thanks. Honestly, I'm great.
Yeah, you are. I mean, you better be.
The greatest?
Second greatest.
No.
Tell you what. Why don't we have a contest? A little bet. A duel, if you will. I mean, unless you're chicken.
Well, I'm clearly not a chicken. I'm a fox. I eat chickens for breakfast.
Oh.
Or lunch or dinner. Whenever I can get a hold of them, really.
In that case, are
Chickens
you still...
chickens for breakfast?
Egg.
What's that?
Chickens might eat chickens for breakfast.
They might.
It's true.
That's true. They be cannibals, Joe.
Damn. I know that. Damn.
Yes, fun fact, everybody. Chickens will eat their own eggs, and they will eat other chickens.
Interesting.
Won't even care.
Very interesting. That's horrifying. In fact, I'm terrified now. Thank you. Thank you for my new. Thank you for my new fear of chickens.
Nature's dark, yo.
Yeah.
But Chad speaks up. Are you still performing at the festival tomorrow?
Of course. I've been working on my song while we were on the road, as a matter of fact.
In that case, whoever gets the bigger applause is the real greatest. I mean, unless you're scared.
Oh, I'm not scared. I just know you have home field advantage.
Everyone that's coming tomorrow, I mean, only half of them are going to be from Fairyvale. I actually got a decent amount of people to agree to come down and bring some friends from Harbor Bay and even Hensvale.
You also have home species advantage.
I guess you're just chicken.
Of course not. Just weighing my options. But, I mean, I am first string bard of the College of Swords. I mean, even with those advantages, I'll still blow you out of the water.
I mean, if you're really as good as you say, no matter what the odds, you should win. Miss number 2.
Oh, haven't seen you in forever.
Oh, Caleb, welcome. I miss you. I love you. Anything else you'd like to say with Shad?
I don't think so.
All right. He would go upstairs. Jiann, are you still in the shower?
No, I got out.
Okay, cool. In that case, you hear a knock on your door.
The door will swing open.
You immediately, for half a second, you see Chad before he hugs you. Are you okay? I heard you guys got into a bit of trouble.
It's good to see you too, Sir Chadsworth. And I missed you.
I'm glad you're here. Glad you're back.
I'm still hugging him. I'm not letting him go.
You're not letting go. You're like, you're my son now. I'm not letting you go. You're safe.
Oh yeah, I suggested you not show up because I might die, and then we almost all die. So it's just like shit. It's actually incredibly wonderful to see you, and yes, we are here in one piece.
Taraka gave me a quick rundown of box downstairs.
Yes, from what I can tell, we're in the same boat now.
How can we tell?
We did run into Ezekiel, and he was definitely being deceptive. Almost like he was controlled the same way my wife is. Or a similar way, I can't say the same way. But definitely by the same force, from what I can tell.
I am so tired of people messing with others' minds.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Thank you for the
Some overly
hydrate, Kim.
powered entity with
Thanks for the hydrate.
Very powerful entity. What?
some incredibly powerful entity with some kind of incredible self-importance and a complete disdain for how their actions affects others.
Well,
Or maybe just lack of care for others, who knows.
can't wait till this is all over.
I'm onto something here. I'm
What's
still
that?
trying to put it together. I'm still holding the arrow. He probably would have walked in with me, like, still inspecting it.
What are you trying to put together?
I can't tell if this is prophecy or if this is straight ritual. This is some kind of either key or barrier shattering arrow.
He grabs the arrow. Oh, this just looks like a normal arrow.
Well, yes, but it's infused with magic. And the magic seems to point to breaking some kind of separation magic, some kind of barrier.
So
Potentially
the arrow,
catalyst.
the physical arrow that you have is not yet enchanted. You just have an adamantine. You have some adamantine arrows, but you do have the painting that Taraka made you. I will say that you both have one. That shows the enchantment on the arrow.
Oh, I thought the arrow itself was already engraved.
No, I apologize. No.
Okay.
You just got the arrow. It is not engraved.
It just happens to be an arrow that's similar to what's in the painting.
Yes, it is an arrow that appears to be of the same material.
Okay.
You are learning the words that are on it. On the painting, that is.
I wonder if it's worth trying to make this. I don't know what end of the prophecy or whatever that this falls under, whether it's my part to play or whether it's what Lucy and her ilk are trying to push for. And so I hesitate.
Oh, what does it say? He's looking at the painting.
Well, and then I'll put down my big ass spell book and flip through all the pages and show him the diagrams and give him the nerdy spiel of. It's just like all the details. I guess my end of Taraka's debrief, but much slower and much more boring.
More boring.
And so this is where I'm thinking this arrow comes into play, where if it were to be enchanted with these enchantments, it would cause some kind of shift, and I don't know if it would be in our favor or not.
Where did the painting come from? I know Taraka made it, but...
Yeah, where did she get the image in her head from?
Rocket, did you ever tell Jiann?
I told them it was a vision from the traveler.
Okay.
It was from the traveler, okay. Her chosen deity.
I don't know if he's really here to help us. I mean, gods never really do anything to help those that they say are below them.
No, but I do know they play favorites.
And if getting a vision is a sign of a favorite, I do know someone who's a master enchanter. She could help you with the arrow. She'd probably need some translation, though.
I think I have, and then I'll flip through more of the translation aspect of it. Because these are infernal, aren't they?
They are, yes.
I'm fairly well studied into the infernal language. I bet I could provide a translation. All of this is seeming pretty old. It wouldn't be perfect, but it's closer than nothing.
Might be good to speak with Urza. She might be able to help you out. She, well, makes all the enchantments for her small settlement, and I know she has helped me out a time or two.
Did we meet Urza with helping in her?
Yes, in fact, Urza, last that you heard, was staying in the Strong Manor. That was a week ago.
She not? Did she go back? Is she not here anymore?
Actually, she is. Should be here soon. The festival's tomorrow. She's on back to her settlement afterwards. This is gonna be her last night here.
Well, I guess I have a couple of Urza to make.
She should be home in about an hour.
Let me make these notes more concise while I'm waiting.
Sounds good. On a brighter note, I can't wait till you see the festival tomorrow. I think we did good. I got a lot of help from Urza. I don't think I have any more favors to ask upon people, but I got some people from Hensvale, some people from Harbor Bay, and I even got Urza to have her settlement host all of the festivities. It saved us on labor, and if we're lucky, we'll be able to just show everyone in Fairyvale that, hey, the settlement that's right outside our door, it's not bad. They're okay.
Interesting. Is there any... I guess how interested do the regular festival goers seem to be about the change of venue?
They're hesitant. I mean, they barely accept you and Taraka, and that's because you guys have saved the town. But due to the two of you, they're giving it a shot. Albeit they aren't happy about it. But it's thanks to you guys that this is even possible.
I can only hope it's the start of a trend instead of just a momentary flash.
I hope. But I'm gonna hit the shower myself. I'll see you soon, alright?
Mess his hair up.
He smiles at you. You feel grease in your hands as he has not had you to style his hair for him.
Come see me after you're done. I'll get this right.
Didn't think about that. Taraka probably was thinking, man, Taraka probably would have made a comment if I'd have thought about that. Like, man, you stink. Stink again. Didn't think about it, so she didn't notice it.
That's
She
probably
was
why you still
distracted.
come.
Yes. Brilliant. Oh, Chad disappears. I'm assuming in an hour you'd like to speak with Urza. Taraka, is there anything else you'd like to do for the night?
I mean, I'm waiting on Nick to come out of the bathroom.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So he's in there for about an hour. So throughout the entire time, he needed some time.
Yeah.
So to go back to Taraka. After about an hour, you do hear the shower stop. You hear it drip for about 10 minutes before you hear shuffling. And then the door opens. You see a silver fox drenched in... Actually, no, it looks like he's perfectly dry.
How are you dry?
He drops the illusion, and you see a naked... For just a second...
Oh my gosh!
You see a naked, drenched in water, soaking wet fox. And then goes back to him looking perfectly normal,
Gosh.
fully clothed.
Oh
He's
my gosh.
completely dry with a puddle of water underneath him.
Exactly.
Oh
Their
my
word.
gosh. Oh my gosh. So we're getting like you have no clothes?
When you activate when you turn into a fox, you kind of just... They're too small. They don't shrink with you. It's not like a werewolf.
The werefoxes don't keep their clothes.
You must not be old enough yet.
Weird.
Listen, once you get old enough, you can focus in on your spirit animal, which for us Kitsunes is a fox, and transform into it. It helps you be a little less noticeable.
Oh. Neat. I've never seen Mom do that before.
Well, her mother must not have taught her how.
I don't know. She doesn't talk about Grandma.
Anyway. Where am I gonna be sleeping? I think Jiann said I can sleep with him.
Up to you. Would you rather sleep in Jiann's room or down here on the couch?
You see him grab his shoulder. You recognize this shoulder as one of the two shoulders that Jiann stabbed him in.
I think you might be more comfortable down here with me.
Guilty as charged. I don't want to get stabbed again.
She will stand up, go to where she had been storing the pillow and blanket that she'd been using down there. Get it out and just kind of set it up for him.
Alright.
And prestidigitate it all and make sure it's not got her fur on it.
He lays down on he sits down on the couch. Honestly, Taraka, I don't know why you saved me. But thank you.
Because everybody deserves a chance. And I mean, I've been wrong before. I could be wrong now. But everybody deserves a chance. And I I want to believe you're telling the truth this time. And
I didn't have much of a choice, did I?
seems not. Well, there's not much I can do to help, but getting you away from certain death is definitely something. And I guess I'm a little selfish too, because we don't have to talk about it now. You've been through a lot, we all have. But I guess part of me hopes that you might be able to help me find my mom.
Hey, there we go. I rolled 15 or higher. He'd open up right now. He rolled a 19.
Oh, side note, I left that stone I just painted on his pillow.
Alright. Even better. As he's sitting, he looks over to the side, and grabs the stone, and a small silver box appears in it. And he closes his hand, still looking down. I know where she is. They all are. In the prison. But you can't use magic in there.
Yeah, I remember.
A statue. It has a barrier on it. It prevents anyone from using magic in their domain. Only those who they choose can activate the flow of the weave.
Does the statue look like this by chance? And I press to digitate the statue I saw in my vision.
His eyes grow large. Yes. How did you see that?
It's one of the many perks of being a follower of the Traveler. You see, you just gotta pray to him and create stuff
Raises
and
an eyebrow.
spread his name. I'm not even joking.
Are you like those? What are they called? Morons that go door to door?
No.
With those Amunator's witnesses.
You see, the Traveler
Helena.
is just a dear family friend, and he gave me some of my abilities, and all he's asked in turn is that I create artworks and occasionally pray to him.
Well, it seems like you know where they are too.
Not exactly. I had my suspicions they were in the prison, but I don't know how to navigate that place. I remember that it's very twisty and turny, and everything looks the same.
It's hard to navigate, especially when you're new. If I didn't have a voice telling me where to go, I would have been lost myself.
The other issue is I have no idea how to get back there.
Me insight.
Seven.
With advantage.
21.
There you
What
go.
a difference.
I know, right? You see him holding onto his pouch. It looks like he's clenching onto it tight right after you said that.
I'll take note, but I know you must be tired. Everybody's been through a lot. I think it's something we can talk about later.
Later.
It's not like even if we had a way in, we are in any condition to go today.
Yeah. If we had a way in.
You know what? I think I want some mochi. I wonder if they have the ingredients. And I stand up and I walk to the kitchen.
You walk to the kitchen, and as you do, you hear the door open up.
I run back in there.
Everything okay?
Who is
Or actually, no, you wouldn't say that. You would hear, "Who are you?" "I'm Nick." Nick, that name sounds familiar. Chad told me about you. What are you doing here? And that's about when you get in there. And you see Urza getting ready to cast a spell.
Counterspell.
Taraka, what are you doing?
He's not an enemy. Please don't make me have to stop you from murdering him 3 times like I did Chad.
I want to explain what's going on, or am I gonna have to...
I've had to explain it 3 times to 2 different people. Go talk to Jiann. I'm making mochi. He goes back in the kitchen.
She's like, my voice hurts. I'm not doing this again.
Jiann. And she goes upstairs. Alrighty. We bounce back to Jiann. We'll continue your mochi experiment in a minute. Jiann, you hear a knock at your door.
Making a translation, and the door swings open.
Why, hello, Jiann. Nice to see you're back. Is that the fox that was you? Or
yes, I stabbed that one. How are you, Urza?
I'm fine. Why is he in the house?
He's been screwed over the same way I have been.
Can I get some more information?
Yeah. Sorry. Alright, I finally finished. Okay. So, he's been deceived, and they're trying to take his soul, and he's on the run from the same people who we are trying to run from / fight back against.
Well,
he's been neutered of his magical abilities because apparently his source of power has been destroyed or otherwise sealed away. So he's mostly harmless, in a sense. And also in danger, but also on the run from the same ones we're on the run from.
So he's friendly.
As much as you can be for someone I've tried to murder before.
You know what, that's fine. Just as long as he behaves, it's fine. What are you working on? What is this? She points at everything on your...
So the Traveler gave Taraka a vision, and I seem to have noted some kind of... I'm interpreting it as a prophecy, but there's an arrow that's been inscribed with these infernal etchings, and I'll show and this is the translation, like it's meant to break some kind of seal. I was actually going to see if you could help me recreate this, coming from a divine memory.
Language before. I would need help with the translation.
Yes. That's what I was working on when I heard you were coming.
Splendid.
It's some kind of infernal speak that's not the common tongue, but seems to work for enchantment all the same.
Alright. So, what's engraved in the arrow?
See, that's the thing. I can't tell personally if it's meant to break a seal or if it's meant to shatter a chain. But this is it transliterated. In its most literal form is this diagram, and this is my best translation of it into common underneath. It's
Just gonna roll.
incomplete sentences, but it does break seals. That's the most obvious thing I can glean.
Nat 20. Look at that. She
Great.
rolled Archon.
How
So,
in the X?
I know, right? Plus, she's a master, so you know she,
It's like a sub 34.
yeah. So she looks at this painting that you're showing her. She looks it over for a hot minute. Well, that's not the only thing that's enchanted here. The arrow seems is definitely very enchanted, but the statue itself it has a barrier seal on it. It reads in enter language here that I don't have Urza's character sheet pulled up that she would know. It reads, "Oh, Zagreus, will you calm down? You know what? If you want love, come here. Come here, Zagreus." The statue reads, "Thou shalt not cast magic unless thee be named." And underneath, where it looks like edgings, is actually small letters. It reads to be names. Several names. Looks to be about 50 names etched into the statue. It's very difficult to make out. It's in a foreign language. Almost look like decoration at first. You say that this arrow can break a magical barrier.
That's what it looks like.
Perhaps I can help you make it then. Seems as though you might need it in the future.
What would you need to make this?
Well, I would need the arrow. I would need the proper translation, so most likely your assistance. Some ingredients that I think I saw laying around the house, and about 8 hours of your time. This is...
You have as much as you need. Also, be very careful with this arrow. It is quite sharp.
Is this adamantite?
Yes. As I come to learn, it is quite sharp. Show
And-
a hand with, like, blood holes.
Yes, it is. I've only seen 2 other weapons, both that I enchanted for Mr. and Mrs. Strong themselves. Good find.
We were able to assist adamantine miners out by where I come from.
That's...
They make weapons for their, I guess, village. They have some kind of clan going on. It's very interesting. It's dwarves and orcs.
interesting. Don't they typically fight?
Exactly. It's very interesting.
Where did you say you found this?
I'll point on the map, but it's south of where I'm from.
I may have to check into this. Thank you, Jiann.
It might be good to try your best not to offend any of their territorial sensibilities. Like they're willing to talk, but they have shorter fuses.
Good to know. All right. But I think more pressing matters. Are you ready to craft this arrow?
As ready as I'll ever be.
We'll
I
spend
say it looking completely drained, but I'm clean, but still completely drained.
If you choose to craft this arrow at this present time, you will forego sleep, as it will take 8 hours of straight work. And you will take a level in exhaustion.
I'll take it.
Alright, you get 1 level in exhaustion. Alright, and that's... You will be working. That is what you will be doing for the rest of the night. Taraka, you make mochi.
Yep, I'm gonna, because I noticed I still have the sakura leaves and the cherry blossoms in my inventory from
Way back when, session
1,000
2.
years ago. Yeah, and so as long as Charles has glutinous rice, sugar, salt, and what was the other ingredients? I looked it up just so I could be fancy. Find the ingredients. But
We'll
I know
say
it's
that
glutinous. It's
he
glutinous
has
rice.
everything you need.
Yeah. Oh, red beans. Red bean paste.
He has it.
That was cool beans. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in the kitchen. I'm gonna start making sakura mochi.
Alrighty. It takes you about 30 minutes, but you make it.
And then I go back in. I'll put some aside in the kitchen and cover it up for anybody else, and I'll take a couple in the living room. One for myself and one for Nick. Actually, no, scratch that. I'll take it all out, and if Nick is still awake, I'll hand one to him.
Nick is, as a fox, laying on top of a pillow.
I will set one down on probably on a small plate for him.
His eyes are open. He just stares at it.
Cherry blossom mochi. Not super great cook, but it's a sweet treat that reminds me of home.
He lowers his head just slightly to raise it back up, and then rests his head on the pillow.
You did eat 2 plates of spaghetti, so I get it. And I'll go upstairs, knock on Jade's door, give her one.
You open up Jade's door and you see Jade. All you hear is word vomiting, and you see Chad sitting there once again with the same distorted look that he had when you were telling him.
Fair enough.
Wait, say that part again? I just told the story to you 4 times. Can you slow down? You talk just as fast as Taraka.
No, I talk way faster.
You know, that's true, actually.
Credit where it's due.
You give them the mochi. And do you go to bed afterwards?
No, I go to Jiann.
Oh, Jiann, yes.
I'm giving everybody mochi.
You're giving everybody mochi, making everybody feel a little bit better.
I'm trying.
I sent you something with her.
I will also tentatively go to Charles.
Alright. You open up the door. Charles looks at you. Oh, Miss Taraka. Can I help you?
I made mochi.
Thank you. I do appreciate you. He gets up and walks over to you. Takes it. He takes a bite. Good work. I'm impressed. And he goes and sits back down.
Just goes to bed now.
Splendid. But we dove way too much into the roleplay this session, which is not a complaint. I fucking love roleplay. But unfortunately, that meant we were not able to get into the festival today. And with only 20 minutes left, I would not want to start a new day and go into the festival because, well, unfortunately, we can't do a full day in 20 minutes. I mean, we can, but it would be... You guys wake up, you go to the festival, it's awesome, you do games and prizes, someone gets taken over and someone dies, and then congratulations, you go fight Lucy, and that's the day. That's definitely what happens. That's definitely what's happened. What? No!
We just show up and then die immediately.
Yep, you go to the festival in the peak of the performance while the drunken bard is on stage performing and Quara selling some high class products. A giant phoenix swoops in, burns everyone to a crisp. Congratulations, game is done. You guys lose. That's what happens tomorrow.
I mean, can you at least wait to have the phoenix swoop until the miniature's done? I mean, I only got the base put together.
That's fair.
The body's not even printed yet.
That's fair. Oh, talking about the drunken bard, that did remind me of something. So, Jiann, to do one final thing before we hop off.
Okay.
That lyre that the drunken bard gave you, what did you end up doing with it? Did you put it in your room? Is it in a bag of holding somewhere?
Oh, I hold on to it. I'm trying to figure out how to fix that. That's like my little mental side project.
Okay, so it's most likely laying like on your desk or something.
Yeah.
Well, Urza would roll perception and see it. I didn't know you played music. She's in your room all night, so she's gonna notice things eventually.
Oh yeah, I don't really play, but I got it from a new friend. It's unfortunately in a state of disrepair, and I'm trying to see if I can fix something magical. And I am completely lost.
Second, I had the material that I needed, but I completely forget what it's called. Let me look it up really fast. Sorry, this was what I meant to put in my notes, but I completely forgot. 2 seconds. There it goes. Now it's working with me. There we go. So, that's what it was. Let me double check to make sure that was the best thing. Yes, perfect. Let her roll to see if she... Yep, cool. Don't you love having a master enchanter with you?
Yes, absolutely. That's why I'm trying to become blood.
Looks like it was snapped right here. And she points out where it was shattered prior before you mended it. And you were able to put it back together. Strums of string. Oh.
Yeah.
But these strings need to be replaced. When was the last time that you changed them?
Never. I didn't even know that was a thing.
He takes a closer look at them. These aren't normal strings. It's not the standard brass wire that the lyre typically has. These are fennel silk. It's damaged beyond repair. Simple mending won't fix these. You're gonna have to get some new fennel silk if you want to use this again.
Fennel silk.
Yes.
What is fennel silk?
Well, fennel silk can be typically found from fennels down in the Underdark, also appearing up in the Arctic.
Interesting. That's quite the journey.
If you do manage to find some fennel silk, tell you what, why don't I teach you how to repair it once you find some?
I'll absolutely take you up on that. I was having no idea what I was going to do on my own, so this helps a ton to have direction.
She
Fennel
opens up her bag, or she would have done this already. She would have, after she told you that it's time to start working on the arrow, would have opened up her bag and pulled out her enchantment kit. She would have, at this point, she brings the lyre over to it and shows you how to draw words even on silk.
Just the smallest edging.
Exactly. You gotta be extra careful with this because the silk is rather fragile itself. But if you do it properly, once it's set in place, it will sound beautiful and be incredibly durable. If you'd like, I can gift you this enchantment set. It's a beginner level, but it should serve useful for someone of your skill set.
Just the flash of greedy dragon eyes, the lizard lines, just like, yes, 100%.
100%, I'll take this.
It's like, what, knowledge? Yeah.
Yes.
Something else to pour my brain onto that isn't trying to murder Lucy? Yeah.
Alright, well, for the rest of the night, you will be training on how to use the enchantment kit as well. So, roll me a d100. 2 times.
2d1. Let me see right here. The first one is a 40.
Sorry, it's hard to hear you.
The first one's a 40.
Okay.
The second one is a 39.
39.
That's fine.
Alrighty. Let me do some math really fast to add on her proficiency. So that was 40 and 39.
79 total, I think.
Yeah. Of 118. Congratulations! You just barely, by 18 points, managed to gain. What is is proficiency the first level? So it goes absolute nothing to proficient, right?
Yeah, absolute nothing to proficient is how I did it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, in that case, you gain proficiency with an enchantment kit. You can make basic level enchantments.
I mean, you could do half proficiency if you really wanted to be fancy with it.
Yeah. I'm still new.
You're breaking up a little bit, Ian. Or Jiann, what do you say?
Oh, I was just saying, I'm still pretty new. It would make sense for me. It's like beginner stuff.
Yeah, beginner stuff. So I guess half proficiency, yeah. There you go. So, if you find any low-level enchantments that you'd like to bring in, let me know, and you can continue working on that. Potentially even get to the point of Urza one day. To make your own barrier-shattering arrows.
Beautiful. I think my friend would be very happy to see this.
You're
It's a step in the right direction.
Splendid. But for the time being, we should probably continue working on this arrow. What was this word again? And you two get back into it.
Oh, yes.
Brilliant.
It means cream puff, apparently.
I love it.
I guess they were hungry when they wrote this.
Must. You see, this treat that Taraka gave us is very similar to a just roars.
Oh, Infernal, what a beautiful language.
Oh, they say it's the language of love. Because you love when it stops.
The language of love or the language of lies? Who knows?
Couldn't be both. Or neither. Or one. Who knows?
It depends on the lie, I guess.
I guess so.
Depends on the speaker.
But unfortunately, that is what we're going to call it. On this upcoming Saturday, yes, on the 14th, here in 7 days, we will go to the festival. We will see all of Chad's work, and for just a quick sneak peek, here's a map that I had Rainbow make on Incarnate for me. We may refine it a little bit more, who knows yet. But I kind of like it. This is... It gives the gist, There could be like a strongman station, apple bobbing thing. There's gonna be an obstacle course down here. You can kind of see the rope. Some shops, especially this one, or this one. A whack-a-mole, a fortune teller. There's some things that you guys could do. There's some prizes you guys can win. Who knows? Who knows? I guess you have to wait a week. 4 clips today, Pog. Huge champ. I love it. Thank you, Winks. But
Thank you, Super.
I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Thank you, Winks. And I hope you're excited to meet Clara next week. I'll see you all soon.
Night.
Bye.